Ooh, we live in the building. We live in the building. What's up, everybody? Man, Property Perspectives podcast. Mr. Darko, sold by Darko, and glad to be back. I was actually in Tulum, and doing some real estate work out there, and just trying to do my thing, man. But you know, this is not about me today. I want to make it about the future best selling author Chanel DC. Chanel, how are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Coming off of most wonderful place I've ever been to in the world. I have to show y'all pictures.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, and so we're gonna let some people get on first, but I wanted to just start by you just introducing yourself, telling the people who you are.
I am Chanel Judici.
Okay.
I am published author,
Mm,
business owner, but I'm the author of Fat Faith, my new book that is available on Amazon right now.
oh man, and I'm pretty sure you have the book somewhere.
I do. I do.
Okay, got my copy. Got my copy.
Hey,
Okay,
hey. Thank you for your support.
indeed, indeed. Now, do you have a link? Do you have a link? 'Cause
Um,
I can grab a link real quick, but I was gonna drop that into the chat so at least people can see that. But um, man,
can you do that?
I can't do that. I was ready. I
Thank
dropped
you.
it in the
'Cause
chat.
I
So
wasn't. I should have been ready, but I wasn't.
that's okay. At the end, we'll actually, drop that in the chat so everybody can see.
Okay.
But I wanted to jump in, man. So, man, that's one thing. I sell properties, list them, sell them, buy them, all the above. But man, I'm a big believer in supporting people with intellectual property.
Mm,
It's books, and so Chanel, tell us about Fat Faith. Give us the inside.
absolutely. Fat Faith is about my journey to overcome a food addiction. Um, it's a memoir. Um, it's exciting, but scary, because it is all about me and my struggles, but it's also about my triumphs and my deliverance, um, through faith. But
Man,
I tell it all.
no man, I mean, that's good. I'm excited to actually read it. I'm gonna read it with my wife actually because we were like, let's dive in because I've been waiting. And I was like, she ain't letting nobody have a little.
A little
Yeah,
taste.
it's just a little close. But I was like, okay, I can wait. I can wait. Um, but I mean, we talked about this briefly the other day, and you're a big advocate for addiction, and this is a different form of addiction. And so, like, tell us a little bit about that. Like, where's that going to take you as far as an advocate?
So I can say, people don't know a lot about food addiction. Some people don't even know that that's a thing, let alone know that that's what they're dealing with. But food addictions are just like any addiction. Drug addiction, addicted to alcohol, gambling, whatever it is. It's when you're obsessed with something, when something takes control over you. And so I'm really wanting to be an advocate. It's addiction, period, because it's all the same thing. And I've learned so much through my deliverance, just the research on food addiction and realizing that it's no different than any other addiction.
Mm,
Um, and I do say in some cases it's even harder because with other addictions you can stop cold turkey.
yeah.
You can't stop eating.
Mm,
So it's about learning how to have a different kind of relationship with food. And I tell people too, I love food. I'm no longer obsessed with it. That's the difference. You can enjoy food. I really believe that we're supposed to enjoy food. I have a husband that is an amazing cook,
Like,
and I enjoy his food, and I'm continue to enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not controlled by food
mm,
anymore.
yeah, and that's so good. I mean, it actually speaks to my journey too. And I was a part of that. I was definitely addicted, and I had to understand that that food is it almost had a spiritual control over me in a way because I would gravitate to that to medicate.
Right.
When some people they gravitate towards alcohol or drugs
Right.
or anything to medicate the problem instead of just dealing with the problem and understanding, man, this is an addiction and I need to check it head on. So, man, that's really good. I'm really excited for this read. Man,
Well,
so,
I learned a lot from
okay,
from myself. I mean,
yeah,
when God told me to write this book, he said that I'll get deliverance from it.
mm,
And I was obedient for a few years. But when I was ready and willing, and I just said, okay, God, I'm ready to be obedient, do what you called me to do what you said to do, and wrote this book, and I got my deliverance. But through writing this book during this journey, I've learned so much about myself. One of the things, the biggest thing, is finding out that my addiction started at a very young age. I had a traumatic experience at 10 years old, and
mm,
not realizing I used food for comfort. And that's where it started at 10 years old. I didn't even realize until God revealed it to me through my journey of deliverance. And it's amazing, the things that I found out, because I it was a hard journey. It's still a hard journey, but it was hard finding out things that I had no idea. That being one of them, that being the biggest thing. And so there was some tears, I had some anger, there was a whole bunch of feelings um, through this journey of writing this book. Embarrassment, shame,
mm,
um, letting the world know things that nobody else knew, not even my husband. And that was hard.
man,
That was hard. But God said, it's not only to help you, but it's to help others.
now,
So,
when you were writing this, did you have any fear or reluctancy? Like, man, I know if I write this, people, there's certain people that they don't know these things, and man, when they find out, they're like,
no doubt. Yes,
yeah,
for sure. Because like I said, it was the embarrassment and shame.
yeah,
Um, knowing I had gotten to a point that I did, and um not wanting to let everybody know. But I had to let that go in order for first me to get delivered, and second for me to do what God has called me to do, and that's help people. Um,
yeah.
just share the knowledge.
I'm glad. You, through your writing, there will be people that will have freedom, and so just
Amen.
know that you know that, and I truly am proud. Just from the first time we talked about it till now, and I'm like, man, there's going to be some people, men and women,
Yeah.
that will be free from this, and I'm like, man, it's going to be big. So, and that goes into my next question. We're going to talk
Mhm.
about, man, you writing this book. What what do you feel like will be a legacy? Like, what do you feel like your legacy will be after writing this and getting it out to the world?
Um, I pray that I leave a legacy of hope. Um, because that's huge. Hope. People not, and again, this is not just for food addictions. This is any addiction. If you are, I made sure that from God's leadership that I made this book, even though it's about my journey, which is about a food addiction,
Mhm.
but it can help anyone with any kind of addiction. And so I want people to have hope that whatever their struggle is, that through deliverance, through God, they can overcome.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. And just to piggyback off that too, because I know this is not it. This is just the beginning. Do you feel like you're gonna do, book tours and you're gonna turn Fat Faith into a movement of sorts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Tell us,
Because
tell us.
God said so. God said so. So, eventually there's going to be a podcast. There's some things in the works even now. So yeah, some big things will be coming soon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. It's
Oh,
a whole brand. I'm excited about the brand.
okay. So my T-shirt coming, right?
Merch will be coming soon. All of it. Yes, sir.
Cool,
Yes.
cool. Uh, and there's just talking with anybody that's watching, anybody that will watch this. Is there anything you want to tell the person, the reader that reads this, that they can get from it? Like, what is one thing, you know?
I can say this, especially when it comes to food addictions. Me being delivered, I honestly thought that after I was delivered, I would instantly be thin. I'm just being real.
All right, that's good.
And that's not the case. That's not the case. I'm on my way, but it didn't just happen overnight because I didn't get to where, I was overnight as well. So it can be done, but it's about being healthy. It's about learning how to have a new relationship with food. And so I want people to understand that even whether it's food addiction or any addiction, through God, through Christ, through deliverance, you can overcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Whew. Telling y'all need to go get this book, Fat Faith, Chanel.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, give us your credentials, your Instagram, Facebook.
Absolutely. I am on all platforms. Fat Faith on Facebook, _ Fat Faith on IG, and fat.faith on TikTok.
Okay. Okay. And
So check me out, Fat Faith Fridays, every
hey,
Friday.
too.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
every Friday.
And your link is actually, you got a wonderful husband. I'm just gonna let you know that he put your link in my.
Oh, my baby. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you for doing that, Matthew. Took the hard work from me. Thank you so much. And so, guys, please check it out. Go to Amazon, type in Fat Faith, get the book there. It is definitely worth the read. Yeah, man, we're gonna tap in on it. So,
Thank you.
and we'll be ready for the next book.
Yes.
Okay,
Be looking out.
Man, thank you so much for coming on, man. We love you. As I know my family, we really love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
Much blessings. Yeah.
Thank you for your support. I appreciate you, and thank you for having me.
Indeed. All right.
All right.
Shout out to Chanel. See ya.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh man, love that. Love that. And so, guys, we wanna bring things on here like that. That's Chanel is big time. Definitely, and I'm glad you guys are saying that, man. Thank you for supporting her. You got some overwhelming love in here too. Rockstar, I love it, man. But it's so good to get that type of support, man. Addiction is something that plagues, especially our community, and a lot of the entire world has things dealing with addiction, and so I'm glad she had the boldness to actually bring something like that to light, and so kudos to her. And once again, Fat Faith, get that on Amazon, and I'll be sending out things from this actual show to um, so you guys can take a look at that and purchase the book ultimately. So that's supporting our businesses there. So outside of that, man, I wanted to just tap in. We're gonna have some giveaways. We're gonna announce the giveaways via post, just because I I got everything ready and I tallied everything up, so I have everything, and so I'm excited about that. Um, to do the giveaway and bless somebody, and then we will have bigger prizes throughout the year. But I wanted to ensure that I did it the right way for the people that did tap into the giveaway. But outside of that, let me tell y'all something, man. I wanted to give a ton of gratitude to the people in Tulum that hosted us down there. It was amazing, and so definitely going to send out some more videos pertaining to that, a reel pertaining to that on Instagram. But I am loving the fact that this podcast is reaching people that I didn't even know it was going to reach. And so thank you guys for the support. I'm trying to get it together. So this is the infancy, version of the podcast right now. So and we're just destined to grow as much as possible. But I did want to talk about what's ahead, what I've been seeing actually in the market. I am challenged um, by what to do to get your first investment in a market like this. A lot of people are hesitant to, dive into investing, even in their first investment property. And so, but I want to set this to record straight. These are the ways that you actually can get in. Number one is understanding how the market is currently with either a lender or a private lender or a local bank. And so, keyword local. And this doesn't matter where you are in the United States. Honestly, if you go to your local banks, the local banks have the most money to give, and they love giving money to investors. I'm going to say that again. Local banks love giving money to investors, especially new ones. Especially if you got a good financial profile and you want to get your first property, man, they love giving money to investors. Um, and it's the easiest thing to do. So you set up your LLC. It can even be a new LLC, and they will honor your financial profile just by running your credit. And if your credit lines up, everything looks good, you can go out there and find your property, um, fix it, and then flip it if you want to do that, or you can get something to buy and actually hold that property. And holding means you just put a renter in it, and you know, and then you collect the monthly cash flow off of it. And so, at the rate, number two is that a good rule of thumb is to actually go into some of the Facebook groups that have people that post off market properties, or find a wholesaler, local wholesaler, or find a realtor that that can ultimately search for off market properties for you. And so you need kind of a savvy realtor or wholesaler, or somebody that's into the investing spectrum that can find properties for you. And be specific on what you are looking for. Like if you want something, for me, I know I like things that are at least 15 to 20 minutes away. That's my, like, I don't want anything more than that unless I know it's a great deal. So, but like I said, and I know for now, for the young kids, anybody that's young out there, and even if you're not young, if you're not married yet and you're single, man, I'm pushing this investment in property play towards you guys, because there's one where you can get a duplex, and if you get a duplex, you qualify for that. You can use a FHA loan or a conventional loan. Um, you get one side and rent out the other, and have them pay your mortgage on have them pay your mortgage pretty much. And so that's what they call house hacking. I know there's a couple sites, biggerpockets.com, they talk about that quite a bit. And so that's really where I learned that from. But man, that's a game changer. If I had that type of information when I was young, oh man, I'll be a killer. But that's neither here nor there. But at any rate, uh, number one, check them local banks. Number two, man, tap into an investor, wholesaler, or a realtor that understands the investing spectrum. And that's key. Most realtors only understand listing, buying, and selling. Like they don't understand those different avenues. Shame on them. But find a realtor that is very, very, very investor conscious. Investor conscious. Um, and the third thing, find a title company that you can work with long term that understands investing and investments, especially in for properties that are single family and for multifamily properties. You got to find a title company that's friendly with that. Most of them are actually branching out, and they're going to be they're starting to be more friendly than normal. But man, that is so important. I can't stress that enough. So you need somebody because the title company can have your back when it comes to different issues that may arise. Given the title, if you lean on them, they will direct you in the best possible way. And in some cases, if you need documentation, they usually have it available for you to use. Um, so tap into to a title company. But man, I wanted to give that information just because, man, I told y'all in the prior podcast about probably say about last year, or late last year, December. I was like, hey, we making investors this year, so I'm gonna start with a few folks, but we're gonna make some folks investors this year. Any questions, man? I see some people on definitely on Instagram and Facebook. Guys, tap in. Let me know your questions in the chat. Like I'm open right now, and I want to make sure that I get your questions in. Probably have about 7 minutes left. But yeah, shoot me your questions. Because I want to make sure that I'm giving you some value when it comes to any of these real estate situations. I know there's some far more experts out there than I am. But if I don't know the question, if I can't answer it, then I'll tap in to some of my friends. So I'm not. But yeah, so give me your questions and answer. And even if you do it offline or in my messenger on Instagram, you can DM me later if you need to. But outside of that, man, I appreciate y'all getting on. I want to show y'all some of these pictures. Like I'm gonna send them. Let me see if I can send them. So I want y'all to see like what I was seeing out here. I want y'all to see it. In fact, I'm about to send it right now. See if I can see this. I'm gonna try to put it up on the screen. See if I can tap it in. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Having a technical difficulty. Let's see. Man, I'm gonna try to get it up. It's like crazy though. See if I can get it up on here. Oh man, I can't get up in there. So I'm gonna try to put it in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all see this, but it's dope. It's dope. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm gonna try to post that in the chat, man, because y'all gotta see it, man. You gotta see. You gotta see it. Let me see. Okay, there we go, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, let me see. Can y'all see this? Type in the chat if you can see this. Let me know if you can see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, God, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Y'all gotta see it. Y'all gotta see it. Man, check that out. Man, check that out. Look where I was, y'all. Man, I'm telling y'all, that right there, beautiful. Just do it one more time. Do it one more time. Man, telling y'all, that was lovely. Hopefully I got to see that video, but that was definitely an incredible time out there. I just want to let y'all know and put y'all on notice, man. We are putting together some really interesting things that will be hosted in Mexico. So if you got a travel group, if you got a squad of your ladies, y'all want to do bachelorette parties, man, we're putting together something that's going to be amazing where you can go have some fun, and it will be that is a part of it. So I'm just giving you a taste right now. But yeah, so we'll do some events in Mexico. Like, it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to give it all away, but that is definitely going to be something that we're gonna definitely share. Some people said they couldn't see it. No, man, I'm gonna find a way to put that in the chat, man. I gotta find a way to put that in. Stuff don't want to work tonight. I don't know what's been the problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, but man, guys, we're good to go. Thank you guys for getting on. Since I do not see any more questions, I am going to salute you guys off. I appreciate you. P3 Property Perspectives Podcast, Sold by Darko. Man, we will see y'all next Tuesday. All right. Look for the giveaways this week. I will post them. I will put them up online so you guys can see. And then, but I even make, if you have a chance, go ahead and still subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also check out Instagram page at Sold by Darko, and also get on my Facebook as well at Sold by Darko. So, all right, guys, enjoy your night.